Yo, Eric, we were over here on the paranormal hunt, and I headed over to this other building, and it's number 13. What is this someone on? My God.
All right. I got man things playing in the background. Some country song. Some country song just came on. Wow. Hey, there's nothing wrong with country, right? Everybody has someone who partly passed away, or your truck broke down, you got fired from a job. That's the great thing about country music is when you're sad in life, you got country to tell you about it. It's like the whole story and the whole world is actually within the country song. Well, hello everybody. I'm Lone Wolf McQuay today. So I hope you guys stick around. I know some of you are like, oh no, he's alone. I'm out of here. I gotta leave. I don't want to see this crazy nut guy do a show by himself. Well, today is by myself, and today is just straight talk conversation. Whatever we want. That's what today is. And I hope everybody had a happy Halloween last night. I was a little I was a little disappointed last night in Halloween. And I'll tell you why. You guys saw I dressed up yesterday during the show. Halloween sucks on a Monday. It sucks on a Monday because I only had one door knocked, 2 little kids for candy. And that was it. That was it. Nobody else. And I dropped my daughter off at a friend's house and stuff. And I noticed I don't know if it's because Halloween's on a Monday, that they weren't a whole lot of people out as usual. And a lot of these, and I seen a lot of churches, stores doing their trunk or treat, where they have cars open up the trunk. I was seeing a lot of that. So I haven't seen like a lot of kids, knocking on doors. Even though I live on a dead end street, I can understand, my street is dark, even though my yard kicks ass. There's just not a lot of kids. And I don't, I usually get a few, but God, I don't know if it's because Halloween's on a Monday. It was like one door knocked, and that was it. One door knocked, and there was a part before, like my wife goes, should we buy some more candy just to make sure we have enough? And I'm going, we're probably not gonna get that many. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I didn't buy more because, I had to quit candy. I love candy, people. I love candy, and I had to quit candy. I'm trying to lose weight, maintain it. So I'm not saying I eat 100% healthy because I don't, but I try to cut out most of the sugar. So it's just weird, that when Halloween falls on a Monday, it really sucks a lot because most kids do all their Halloween stuff over the weekend because it's on a Monday. So it kind of sucks. But so last night, while I was waiting for kids to knock on the door, I don't try to put on like a new movie or a new show because I'm not gonna be paying attention to it at 100%. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking kids are gonna be knocking on the door. I'm gonna be handing out candy. I had some, man. I was looking fucking cool, but regardless, so I put on the 1986 Trick or Treat, one of my favorite movies of all time, one of my favorite kind of a B movie, kind of a horror movie, and it's about where a kid loves heavy metal and he gets made fun of school, which a lot of people who know that a lot of times when you're in school, there were divides. You had your preppies, especially in the 80s and 90s. I don't know much of it now. It seems like everything's more mesh now than they ever were. But there were groups in different groups, and a lot of these groups that you're in were because kind of music that you like. Music had a big, huge influence on the world. There was more. You had more. How am I gonna say? I'm not saying music doesn't mean nothing to people nowadays. And I know through history, every generation always says, well, this generation doesn't understand what we went through. This generation doesn't understand what we went through. You heard, walking in the snow, with no socks on, shoes on, you have potatoes. I mean, every generation has that. But, there are differences between things now and back in the 80s and 90s, because the 80s is when I was a teenager and when I was really getting into music. And there was a certain relationship that a lot of you who are older will understand this more than somebody who's newer, not newer, but social media, the way it is now. You had a relationship with music, a way more relationship with the music than people have now, where to the point where a lot of you guys know this, when a certain band came out, there was something about going to the record store and buying that album. And it wasn't just to hear the music. It was like opening up the package, looking at the cover of the album, looking at the lyrics, reading the lyrics. There was something there that was so cool. If you grew up in the 80s and stuff, like for example, if you were an Iron Maiden fan, you didn't buy an Iron Maiden album just to hear the Iron Maiden album. You want to see what Eddie, the mascot, is on the cover. The artwork. There was certain kind of cool artwork. And there was just this relationship that you had with music, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then it kind of like dropped from there where groups of people used to get in back of vehicles, go to a big show. Shows were an event. Certain shows an event, especially if you live in a town like, holy shit, what? Motley Crue's coming? Like living in Fresno, you didn't have like bands or concerts every single week. Like if you were living in LA, maybe San Francisco, New York City, So there was a relationship. There was an event, and you went. And I was watching Trick or Treat movie, and it reminds me of that relationship. That nowadays there's so many shows, so many concerts, so many bands, especially coming out this year because they were on pause for the last 2-3 years. So there's like a concert every single other day. So there's not that relationship. When a band comes out with the album now, it's like it's just dropped. It's just like, okay, let me pick up my YouTube Music or Amazon Prime Music, whatever services that you subscribe to. There's the album. And you listen to the song, skip, 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 skip. There's not that artwork. There's not that opening it up and reading, who's the guest appearances, who's playing on what. That is gone. That is really, truly gone. I'm not saying kids don't have a relationship with certain bands, but it wasn't like the relationship that you had back in the day growing up that you had, people going to Aerosmith, getting together. There was just something. I remember all of us getting in a truck to go to, Motley Crue. We were all drinking the back of a truck when you're allowed to ride back of trucks. And I remember puking on the way there. And you get out of the truck, we puke, we get ready, we go. And a group of us going to the concert. There was just something special. It was like our social media, right? Because you're surrounded by people who loves music like you do. You know what I mean? Because when I went to school, I mean, I remember years after school, a preppy girl came up to me And she goes, she was considered a preppy girl. I mean, nice person, but she goes, yeah, I always wanted to talk to you and stuff in school, but you were a metalhead. And you sit back, and you start thinking for a second, like, wow, I'm a metalhead? So we couldn't have a conversation because I was a metalhead? And it's just so weird. In the day, you were so locked in, you were so divided, like, I can't talk to you because you were a metalhead? It just sounds stupid. I know a lot of people don't understand now because everybody listens to everything now. I mean, it's. I'm not saying every kid listens to everything, but you know what I'm talking about. If you went to school, and it was just so weird to even think about how, people divide. I hate to say it, people divided because the color of your skin. It sucks. It's stupid. We know it, but it's weird to think about too. Is that you were divided because of music, and to me, well, I'm not gonna say I like all music. To me, I like music that had instruments. I respect country. I respected Western music, rock and roll. I respected music that had musicians. That, I was never a pop kind of a person, like pop music, just because I like bands. I like instruments. I like hearing a whole group playing instruments, not keyboards. Of course nowadays what sucks about concerts nowadays is you wondering, if I go to a concert now, are they using tracks? And what that means is are they using tracks? Is a lot of bands now, even rock and roll bands, are using fake background vocals, fake this. I'm not talking about like if one song has a keyboard player and they use a track to play the keyboard, because why would you bring a musician just for one song? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fake singing, all that. And bands are a lot of bands are doing it. And I wish, and I truly wish, I know it's never going to happen. If you go buy yourself a concert ticket, it will tell you a percentage of how real it is. Is it 90% real, 10% tracks? I wish they would. I wish they were forced to do that, because how now, you go to a show, right? Man, they sounded great. They sounded good. They sound almost like the album. It's because you were listening to the album live. It's sad. It sucks. Certain things, there was a time, a lot of you remember, I don't know how long ago, 15 years, 20 years, Jessica Simpson. You guys remember this? When Jessica Simpson was doing a halftime football show and she screwed up and everybody saw her lip singing and everybody booed her and everybody got on her back for lip singing. And that happened on Saturday Night Live, right? Remember that? People were against that. Now, if somebody drops a mic, it's no big deal. Everybody does it. And I know it's not a big deal. It's something that's not going to change the world. I know. I get that. But if you're paying the prices you're paying nowadays for a fucking show, for a goddamn show, right? You're paying $100 to $1,000 now for a show with all the up fees and taxes. Well, god damn it! If I'm paying that much money to a show, and there's Ticketmaster and Live Nation owes Ticketmaster, and it's called Live Nation, and it's not live. I think that's pirating. That's just, I don't know what band it was. There was some band that canceled during a festival. They canceled because they got their computer stolen and all their tracks were on it, so they couldn't play live. And you sit there and think about it. And this was a band. This was actually a rock and roll band. They couldn't go on stage, play live because the computers got stolen. So their tracks. So it's like, damn. I mean, listen. If you don't have to sing now on stage, sign me up. sign me up. I'll go on stage and do live shows now, not knowing that I don't actually have to sing anymore. I could just lip sync to a track. Dude, sign me up. I could do that, right? I could do that. I could fake sing. Man, where's that gig? I want that gig. Dude, remember Milli Vanilli? That group, Milli Vanilli, got shafted because they were even fake singers. But nowadays, Milli Vanilli be accepted. I want to be the new Milli Vanilli. Go up on stage and people going crazy and loving it. Hell yeah, sign me up for that. And now, of course, what was fun about buying physical media is, remember that back in the day, certain albums have backtracking. You guys remember that? Backtracking, where there's like messages within an album. If you take the record and play it backwards, maybe a lot of newer people might not know this. You guys remember that? Here, I'm going to share a screen. I got a few examples of, since today is straight shot, straight talk, we can talk whatever you want. It's not necessarily about aliens or UFOs kind of, but I do got some stuff I will show you today. But here, let me find it here. Let me go here a second. Okay. Let me see here. Remember, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. I'm going to play examples of lyrics that are supposed to be there when you play the album backwards. Here's some example. All hear him, Christian within me. So if there's a lot of younger people, they would record things and they record it where what the words will sound like backwards. So some theories is that was never meant. Some of these bands say they never did that on purpose, but all hear him, Christian within me. If that's, they had to plan that one, right? They had to plan that one. That one could not be just a ghostly spirit, that forced it in the album. But it's cool, right? It's there. And and that's off the Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven. So there's some lyrics. If anybody wants to check out this website, this is just a website of some albums that has backwards and it tells you what they're saying. If some of you care for this, I don't know. Like I said, today's straight conversation talk today. And then let me see here. Here's Queen. Another one, Bites the Dust. Supposed to have some background stuff. Let me see. So what's saying here is, it's fun to smoke marijuana, ooh, at my house. It's fun to smoke marijuana, marijuana, marijuana. It's fun to smoke marijuana. That's got a cool beat. So that one has the lyric, it's fun to smoke marijuana, in that song. And that was Queen. Another one, Bites the Dust. Right? That one bites the dust. Here, let's see if there's any more here. The Beatles, Revelation 9. Actually, I was playing this and I didn't find anything backwards on that one. I don't know. But here's one. Pink Floyd, Empty Spaces. Let's see here. Hello, Luca.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You've just discovered the secret message. Please send your answer to Old Pig. Ciao, Foot.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Now, here's one with Nirvana. Smells like Teen Spirit. Reverse newer version. Whatever the fuck that means. Now, this supposed to have some stuff that's reversed. Well, let's hear what's reversed in this one. Man. You know, but that was the thing. That was really a huge thing back in the 80s, the 70s, buying albums. And the idea is they did this on purpose. So apparently the rumor is they do it on purpose so people could screw up their records playing it backwards. So you buy some more. Here we go. Bolt Gun wrote, I smoke marijuana so my back doesn't hurt, and it also keeps me from validating stupid efforts. Okay. Terry Brown wrote, Led Zeppelin rocks, even played backwards, lighters in the air. Yeah. Led Zeppelin is truly one of a kind. I mean, when you think of the early, when you think of hard rock and metal and all that, you think of like when I think of the two main bands that really started the metal era is Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, and not just because they were talented musicians. I mean, those guys were just talented musicians. Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, they knew how to play. They weren't just some good-looking group, you put together. No offense with the Beatles and like Rolling Stones, they were good-looking kids. They were those days of New Kids on the Block. Listen, better music than New Kids on the Block. Better music. But, they were good-looking kids. There was nothing good-looking about Black Sabbath when they came out. What you get is what you heard. Black Sabbath were ugly, and that was awesome. They were handsome in that way. Led Zeppelin, come on, Robert Plant was not a pretty guy. Now, Mick Jagger turned out to be pretty ugly in life, but when he was young, he was a good-looking boy. The Beatles were all good-looking kids. So let's not pretend that they were some gutter, cute looking, or maybe they were, and then they pampered them up with suits and good looking stuff. And of course, now they can wear whatever they want. Of course, well, a lot of them are dead. Not dead, but some of them are. So let me see here. I'm so tired has the words Paul is dead. Miss him. Revelation 9 appears to have the words turn me on, dead man. Yeah. Yeah. Paul's definitely not dead unless he's a vampire or a zombie or a clone. I mean, Hobbs, in the Modellific community, one of the main things in the Modellific community is people believe that Paul McCartney is a clone. I believe a lot of stuff. I'm willing to listen to a lot of stuff, but Paul's a clone. Okay. Elvis got taken away by a UFO. Maybe. I mean, I could believe that more possible than Paul being a clone, just because I never seen Elvis's body in the ground, so he could be taken away by a UFO. Whatever. That would be cool. There's some evidence of that, and Elvis comes back. Let's not forget Blue Cheers. Eric thinks everyone's good looking boy or something strange. No, my flock. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But sometimes we pretend what's real rock and roll and stuff. And listen, the Beatles were one of the greatest rock and roll bands ever. But they were a good looking group. They were the new kids on the block during that era. They were the pop band of that era. Pop has mutated to what it is now. But in the beginning, the Beatles were the pop band of that beginning era. Then, of course, they're more talented, they're more influenced. They kind of got out of the simple pop kind of music and they kind of explore kind of stuff. But, but they were the pop music of that time. They were just they were. Kiss was good looking and well, not Ace. Let me tell you something, Chris. Kiss is a great example of that relationship you had with the band. When you bought a Kiss record, I don't know if buying Kiss records like this now, but back in the day, when you bought a Kiss record, they had like stickers inside the record. There'll be posters. There was a whole package that you got with Kiss. I mean, they were, comic books. Kiss was the band that you truly had a relationship with. And that's why you heard the word Kiss Army and you heard that kind of stuff, because there was something about, certain band, when you buy that album, when you're buying that package, you're buying those stickers, you're getting the posters from these records. When bands come out with albums now, you download it and that's it. You download it. There's not putting that album on the wall. A lot of people had cabinets with albums, DVDs all on the walls. You're proud of it. You showed it. There's a whole package, you buy. When music come out nowadays, there's no package. It's just download. It's on your little phone. It's, what I mean? It's not there. It's not there. And Chris, I know you're joking about Ace Frehley. I still don't think that Ace Frehley gets a lot of credit. Ace Frehley was one hell of a guitar player, and I liked his solo career. Dude, I liked his solo albums, Frehley's Comet, Rock Soldiers. I love stuff like that. I mean, that to me, that really, really kicks ass. Let me show you guys something here. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna share the screen. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific is episode 6. Episode 6. The Second War in Heaven begins. So it kind of so the cartoon kind of tells you that this adventure is going to involve in heaven. And I knew if you touch of the religion stuff, like you touch in the world of religion, you're going to get a lot of backlash. And I actually had to delete a lot, and I actually got some emails sent to me from. I deleted it, just got rid of them. I actually, without even people seeing the cartoon yet, and like, how dare you? What do you mean second war in heaven? What's the first war? And I was like, well, technically, Lucifer was an angel, and when he wanted to be loved more than humans and stuff, he was tossed down to hell. That was the first war. Now, I'm not a religious expert in the world, so hell was created from the first war. So this one is about the second war, because I'm not going to say how, why, what, but somebody wants to take over heaven. So that means a second war in heaven begins. And getting these emails and texts is just like, for people, you haven't even watched the cartoon yet. And they're like, how dare you? You're mocking Jesus. Well, you don't even know what Jesus does in this. Relax, people. Listen, the few of you who are actually going to be in this one, Brown Dwarf's going to be in this one. I think everybody would tell you that heaven and stuff, nothing is mocked. Nothing is mocked. And by God, and it's going to take a few humans and a Bigfoot to save it. And I take different folklore stories and I mix them. It's plain and simple. I'm not mocking heaven. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying anything bad about hell. It's a fun little cartoon. So these people who are sending these emails to cartoon is just like, dude, watch it first. Cosmic Neighbors is in it. And I'm not going to tell you what part Cosmic Neighbors plays in it. Ron plays in it, because I want that to be surprised. That's why there's a couple characters that are not on this thumbnail, because I don't want everybody to see everything. But it's fun. I'm not mocking nothing. And it's just people judge the book by its cover. And anytime you touch anything in the world of religion, it's like, oh my God. It's like everybody like loses their stuff. And it's like the fun stuff that comes out is just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm telling you right now, if you talk to Brown Dwarf and you talk to Cosmic Neighbors, who's in this, Acra Cross is in this. She's in this for Mindfolk channel. They would tell you it's a fun little adventure, and that's all it is. So there is no God being mocked in this. There's no, it's just somebody wants to take over heaven, and they took over, and it's up to us to save it. So everybody who's stuck in purgatory can go up and live the rest of their life in peace. It takes us and a Bigfoot to do it. And there's going to be a question now. You're asking yourself, well, first of all, Eric, how do you even get to heaven, to save heaven? Well, I found a way how we get to heaven to save it. You're going to have to watch it tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific. You're going to have to watch it. And this cartoon locks in about 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's actually a full 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So, there's a good chunk of cartoon in it. And again, I hope you guys watch it and like it and love it. And I'm also, my plan is, just so you guys know, in the world of Netflix, Amazon, a full season now is basically 8 episodes. And of course, my goal is if I can make it to 8 episodes. These are not cheap. They cost a lot of money. And, a lot of people have donated. My Flock donated nice change. Cosmic Neighbors just donated yesterday. A lot of Suzanne donated yesterday. So, my idea is get to 8 episodes. And when I get the 8, I am going to put all 8 onto one, but with that 8, I'm going to remix a lot of sound effects, even more sound effects in the 8. These cartoons do have some sound effects, but they could be more. And my idea is I will put even more sound effects when I put all 8 together to have that one big, huge adventure series all in one. So I'm even going to do a remix. I might ask the help of Ron when I actually was able, and once I'm able to have all 8 finished, to help with sound effects, send it, get some sound effects for people. So when I do put all 8 together, once I get to 8, I still got, this is 6. There's got to be 7 and 8. It could be a little different when you watch all 8, maybe some re-recordings and all that. So it is going to be exciting. Let's take a look on my TikTok. I did upload this, and like I said, I can't tell you what's real or fake, but apparently I'm going to show you a video that's supposed to have been caught on camera by the cat.
When they checked their security camera inside their home, they saw their cat get lifted into the air where it hovered for a second and then was lowered to the ground slowly. The owners of the home said they have no clue what caused this. When they checked their security camera inside their home, they saw their cat get lifted into the air where it hovered for a second and then was lowered to the ground slowly. The owners of the home said they have no clue what caused this. When they checked their security camera...
All right, guys. Are we looking at a hoax? Or do you think this is real? What do you guys think? You know what? Is there a string? Is there something pulling up? I'd like to know what you guys think of this one. And man, I love Nightmare. I love when you're here. I love all of you guys who are here. You guys are all fantastic people. Is that the real deal? Or do we think that's fake? Hoax, because how the cat did not react when it was put down. Good point. So in your thinking that if the cat gets pulled up in the air and gets pulled down, the reaction would be different. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Fake cat, real ghost. Okay. So fake cat, but real ghost. That's interesting. That's interesting. It has to be loving energy because a damn chat will eat you alive. There's not in compliance. All right. Well, let's do this. Everybody in the chat, this is interactive time. This is interactive time. Put in 1 if you think it's real. Put in 2 if you think it's fake. Plain and simple. 1 is real, 2 is fake. So put that in the chat right now. Let's make this one interactive. I want to know how many people think it's real and how many people think it's fake. I think it's fake. So I'm going to put a 2. I'm going to put a 2 myself. There's my 2. All right, here we go. All right. Cosmic Neighbors, fake. First Floor Audio, Lee, that does great music. Hobbs, fake. Chris Javis, fake. My Flock, 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. No, that's fine, I guess. I think it's fake. Susanna's fake. Dutch fake. Dina P's fake. Ida's fake. Terry's fake. Wally's World's fake. A big box. So a lot of you think it's fake. Oh, Paranormal Pixie. We got one real one. That's awesome. All right. This next video is a lot of us have seen this one before. Hold on.
6 in Pensacola, Florida. David Eckhart is asleep in his bedroom. A closed-circuit camera mounted above the bed captures the room bathed in a soft yellow light coming from an open door. Suddenly, the camera picks up something alarming. A short, skinny humanoid figure begins slowly peeking out from behind the open door. David does not stir from his sleep as little by little, the figure creeps further into the doorway, revealing a bizarrely slender leg, seemingly just a few inches in diameter, then an oblong head and eventually its whole body. It resembles otherworldly beings commonly described as greys, and this apparently wasn't the first time David has seen one. David wouldn't be the first to report repeated visits from extraterrestrials.
All right. A lot of you know that story. So I want you guys to tell me, is that real or is that fake? So 1 is real, 2 is fake. So let me know if you think that's real or fake. Brown dwarf's got a little alien head. All right. Ron says fake. Dina P thinks it's real. First Audio says fake. 710, real. I truly don't know. The hot girls are here. So I'm going to block that user. Get that thing out of here. Terry Brown, fake. Looks like a kid in pajamas. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see here. Now, can lightning bring somebody back to life? Can lightning bring somebody back to life? Let's see this one. Oh, hold on. Oh, and it. So the question here is, can a lightning storm bring somebody back to life? Let me show you some evidence here. And you guys put 1 or 2 on this one. Yeah, that was me, guys. I made that one yesterday. I know it's stupid. I took a clip from Friday the 13th, part 6. That lightning did not bring that thing back to life. Sorry, that was all me. But wouldn't it be cool, right? A lightning can actually bring somebody back to life, like a real life Frankenstein. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that. Let me just see here. Anything? Do I have anything here? This one is 100% fake, but I got to give these people credit for making this one. I got to give the people who made that credit. That's pretty good. I got to give them credit for making that. You know, that's better than a lot of movies that I've seen it. Here, let me play it one more time. I think it's cool. How does the camera work? The yelling. You know, I appreciate that work. Here, let me see this one. This one is Paranormal Seen Ghost on a Plane. I can't remember if I actually see the ghost in this one. Here, let's check it out. Let's see.
There we go.
Dark figure.
No mames.
I didn't really get to see that dark figure. You know, I didn't get to see that dark figure. Let's check out. Hold on a second. Let me share this screen here. Let's do a little show and tell. This is on Identify S4's channel. This one's called Close Encounters of the UFO Kind. So let's check this out. I see something moving.
All right, see you guys.
Stop shaking. That's right. Whoa.
Is that a flare? Whoa, dude, seriously? Dude, he's slapping so hard. Wow, look at that, dude.
The problem with these cameras though is you can't see nothing at night. Okay, dude. Well, okay, one's popping back up right now. It just popped up in the back. And like, okay, to the naked eye, you can barely see these things. Like as this one is, but what I caught on film earlier, it was bright. Like to the naked eye, it was like when 20 of them popped up around the two, because I'm signaling them, and I got them to pop off, man. Like, yeah. Oh my God, dude. There's one creeping up to me right now. Like up in the sky, dude. Like right above me. Like a regular orb. Holy shit, dude. Seriously? Whoa. Whoa, there it is. Whoa, dude. Please tell me I'm recording. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1.
Right there, it looks like two eyes. Like something in the sky staring at you like, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you.
All the way down. Let's see what we got. Oh, shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Out of nowhere. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh, we got something good right there. Oh, yeah. Hello. All right. Whoa. Look at those guys. What in the fuck? Oh, my God. Holy shit, dude. Oh, my God. Dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, my God. Dude.
I need to get my other camera.
Yeah.
So that one is from Unidentified SS4 channel. And let's play. I got another one that's from UFO Man's channel. UFO Man. And let me find it. This one is from, like I said, UFO Man's channel. Large object in clouds over Wyoming. On October 12th, 2022. So that's just, a couple of weeks ago. So let's check this one out.
Hey guys, it's UFO Man. Here's a large object spotted in the clouds over Wyoming on 10/12/2022. It appears to be one object, although it could be multiple objects. Take a look, make an assessment, let me know what you think. Unknown, never seen this type of sighting before. Don't know what it is. Doesn't seem to disappear. The videographer doesn't show it leaving, although it seems to just be sitting behind the clouds. Take a look, make an assessment, let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching.
All right, so what do you guys think? I think somebody wrote could be flares. I'm curious, when when you shoot flares in the air, how long does a flare stay there until it fully like disappears? I know there's not a direct number, but I wonder how long if you shot a flare and it kind of like stays in one spot. Hey Cassie, what's going on? So that is a very, very, very interesting. It almost looks like it's in the middle of a tree, like a face. What's that character? That baby character in Family Guy? He looks like that character right there in Family Guy, that baby, that one who talks to the dog, or the one who wants to take over the world, the talking baby. I can't even remember that Family Guy's baby's name, but almost looks like that one. I'm going right back to it. It's pretty interesting, but because what was that? Because it is interesting because here, let me pause it, because you got the two main eye dots, but then you got all those lights, like the shape of what you're seeing through the tree. That's what's interesting. Let me see. Anybody has any idea? Let me see here. My flock, what did she write? Tim, I talked about the clip for a while a few days ago. Oh, okay. I'm going in a few minutes, Sarah, but maybe I can make it on time. Yeah, make it on time. I know you can make it on time. I believe in you, buddy. I believe in you that you can make it on time. I believe in you. Ida, hello, Oracles Beyond. Ida, let me see here. They dropped with parachutes. If ground flares, airplane, flyers disputes in a few seconds. Okay, so in a few seconds. So I don't know how long this video was being taken for. So that's one of the things I would look for if it's a flare. How long is their camera on that symbol, right? On that symbol, but on that shape. How long? To debunk the part that it's a flare, because that, of course, being a flare is easy. Now, drones, if it was just those two dots that looks like eyes, then, I would say it could be drones, but you got so many lights on top of the eyes that I don't think you could be that good with all those drones together. So, that's a very to me, that's a good one. And if you guys never been to UFO Man's channel, he of course he has a lot of live shows that he does a lot of great interviews and a lot of great UFO interviews. So if you've never been to UFO Man's channel, and here, let me just put his link in the chat because he does have a lot of different kind of stuff. If you love live shows and interviews, he's got it. If you just like a few clips of things, then he's got it. Let's check out this one. What is this? 400 pilot sightings. Let's see.
Eyes over Missouri to above the Pacific Ocean.
It's not a satellite, it's not a meteor.
All baffling pilots mid-flight.
I don't know what the common denominator is, but it's always at the bottom of the Big Dipper.
Mark Holsey is a former F-18 fighter pilot. This August, he was piloting a private jet off the coast of Los Angeles when he says he saw as many as 7 mysterious objects appearing to fly thousands of feet above him. This is audio from that night alerting air traffic control.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not entering any military airspace or anything. I'm not sure.
The clip obtained by Ben Hansen, a researcher who has spoken to dozens of pilots.
So let me ask you guys this. All you wonderful people in the chat, when you see videos or hear videos of pilots talking about seeing UFO objects in the sky, do you guys feel that it's right or correct to say what they saw is a little bit more better, more provable versus like if I saw some, oh snap, oh thank you so much, that you're helping the cartoon series to continue. I want to thank you a whole lot. Let me give you this. That is so awesome. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for that. So when you guys hear, when stories come out with pilots, do we automatically accept when pilots see something? Let me see here. Anybody writes, heck yeah. Hey, free to come on my show tonight. This, it's, nope. Hobbs wrote, yes. Yeah. I guess it depends for me is how that information is getting out that he saw something. You know what I mean? Now, if you're calling a tower while you're flying and you're seeing something you don't recognize, that part, I think you have to put some weight on that part. Because I can't see a pilot with a great career. Pilots, most pilots get paid pretty well, that you're going to ruin your career of making up bogus lies while you're in the sky because you're playing with something that can be dangerous, hitting something, when you're saying something is in the sky, you're playing with people's lives that are on your plane. Now, if a pilot is telling these stories just on a camera, well, then I think that that has less weight than, of course, talking to a tower, because then what is his goal? Is he really coming out saying it? Because usually, if you see something in the sky, like if you're in the military, if anybody knows in the military, probably the police, police or whatever, that anything you see, you're supposed to automatically report it, regardless how little it is. You are supposed to report it while it's happening. And when you report something that's happening during real time, you have to look at it. Especially you're calling in, because what's out there could be danger to, especially for a company. Company. No offense to a company. Company says they care about lives, but we all know they don't care about lives. But most part about a company cares about is that plane staying intact, because buying airplanes are very expensive. They don't want the plane to blow up. So when you make reports like that while you're flying, you got to take it seriously. But I mean, you can question it a lot more if maybe a pilot has never said it to a tower and now they're saying everything afterwards, or they're retired, then that is very, very, very questionable. Very questionable and all that. So guys, we're getting near to the end of the show, and I hope you guys enjoy today. Sometimes after a Halloween where I don't have time to research for a lot of videos, we could just chit chat about everything. I think today we talked about everything, right? About the relationship with music, how I feel that the relationship that young people have with music is never going to be the same as the relationship that older people have. I'm not saying that just because people are older, but like I've said in the beginning of the video, that there was something special when a new album came out, going to the store, buying that album, opening it up, taking out the package, reading the package. There was something extra special than getting a song directly downloaded to your phone, directly downloaded to YouTube Music, Amazon Music. You don't get that package experience, that opening it up. I've said this. One of the funnest things about buying an Iron Maiden album was seeing the new Eddie. What's Eddie doing in this picture? Buying that Kiss record. What's in that record? What are the stickers? What are the posters? You just don't get that when you're getting things directly downloaded. And then talk about backmasking, playing some records backwards and all that. So I really, truly hope you guys enjoy today. I like doing something like this once in a while. It's fun. I do like having a certain topic and kind of diving into it, but sometimes it's kind of fun just talking with you guys. And, there's no show tomorrow morning, but hold on a second. Cosmic Neighbors wrote, I need a couple hundred more subs to reach 10,000K on TikTok. Follow me there on Cosmic Neighbors. Yeah, follow him. Ron's when I tell people to go to a channel, it's up to you who you want to subscribe to. I never force people to subscribe to anybody. But the channels I tell people who I think they should subscribe to are not because of the exact content they have on their channel, it's what kind of person that they are. And the time that I've known Ron, he's just a good guy. He's just a good guy. He can talk about whatever, but he's a good guy. One of the things about First Floor Audio is not just his music, is when you watch it, he has passion. And that's why when I recommend some shows, is because of the person, not necessarily the topic that they're even on. Shit, Ron, this might sound weird. Ron does a show on making something that I enjoy. I enjoy him talking and explaining it, because that's, to me, that's cool. That's fun. That's awesome. It's about the person. I when I say you should subscribe to this channel, it's because the person, to me, is interesting. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. Shit, Ron could do a 3D print of a rock, a plain ass rock. Ron could go out there, find a rock, and he's going to make a 3D print of some kind of rock that he found in the front yard. But hearing him explain why he's doing it, putting it on there, if you guys ever watch Brown Dwarf, I watch it to hear what he says. It's not, I don't really have to watch Brown Dwarf what he caught. Did he catch the Bigfoot? Did he catch the UFO? I like watching him, to hear him explain what's going on, where he's at, to me, that's the excitement for me, is the person who's doing it. You know what I mean? I know I play some videos, but then I like talking about what I see there. It's about the conversation that I love the most. The conversation is fantastic. And all you people in the chat are fantastic. And tomorrow night, remember, guys, put the alert on. It's 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So, coming to a show late, no big deal because we're still talking, but a cartoon is only 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So get there beforehand and don't share it out today. Share it out tomorrow, the date of the cartoon, because I noticed that when you share out cartoons or links the day before, when that day comes, people forget about it. So tomorrow night, an hour before the show, before the premiere of the cartoon, link it then. Link it to people. Link it to Facebook. Tell everybody, come over here. Episode 6, great series, because there's something funner and better when people are there live and watching it. And after you watch it tomorrow, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Put a thumbs up or thumbs down for the premiere cartoon. And whatever you do, please leave a comment for tomorrow's cartoon. Comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, because and I'm not afraid to say this. I hope one day, and it's not being a sellout or anything like that, that somebody, some company or a company or a place would sponsor the cartoon series. And because that would guarantee that I could even do more, because there is a stress level of wondering, can I pull enough to make the next one? Can I pull enough? Because when a cartoon gets longer or more, prices go up. And if, I don't know, if some company were willing to sponsor, I'm not talking about sponsoring to a point where they tell you what you do. Fuck that. I'll do whatever I want in the cartoon. They're my story. They're my story. And then, of course, the script is helped by Connor, Anthony, and everybody who gets involved in voices. Ron would tell you, Brown Dwarf would tell you, we recommend, if you want to change it up a little bit to make it fit, we'll do it. But if I could get a company to sponsor the cartoon to guarantee more just to come out, I'm doing it. I'll do it. So after the cartoon, if you guys enjoy it, maybe email your local news channel. Say, hey, you guys should check this cartoon out. Play it on your show. I would love to get a sponsorship for that cartoon series and keep it going, and then keep it going to the point where different people can be in it. Because I'm always having thoughts. Like, I want to do an episode where we walk into a concert or something, and it's going to take the musician to defeat some monster. I'm going to want Lee. I'm going to have where I'm going to have Lee and Hobbs get some musicians. I want some musicians in one of these future episodes, and that's where I want to get Lee in it, playing in the background, kind of like remember Kiss, Phantom in the Park? Kind of do like a Kiss, Phantom in the Park in a way. But of course, the band Kiss, come on, they're not gonna guest appearance on my cartoon. I could fucking ask them 10,000 every single day. I could ask Kiss, they're not gonna do it. But I could do my own version of a Phantom in the Park for an episode, and maybe I could get Lee, Lee from First Floor Audio. Hobbs is a fantastic bass player. Get Hobbs in there, get my YouTube band and make my own Phantom in the Park episode with people. I think that would be awesome. Actually, I was having idea of doing my own version. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Kiss did a movie called Phantom in the Park. It's a guilty pleasure type of movie. I'm not going to tell you anything that is great, but it's a guilty pleasure. And I would love to do my own version of Phantom in the Park my way. And I had this vision I'll get Lee as a singer. I'll get Hobbs on the bass, and they could be my version of Phantom in the Park in one of the episodes. So, I mean, guys, I have so many ideas. And once you see episode 6, I'm telling you right now what you think episode 7 is going to be. It's going to be way different than you think. But beyond that, guys, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you all. And beyond that, guys, I love you all, and I appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night on the cartoon. And, of course, I'll be back here on my regular show on Thursday. Beyond that, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Talk to you later.